Hello, everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Sosnovka on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and we are joined on the server at the moment by... I thought I was on the list, I guess not. Joined on the server by Dan, Josh, Trotos, Beef Cattle Farmer, Robin, and Giant Rixie. And we are currently using the Challenger MT875E here. This is the field Python version of it. And pulling the large in-game cultivator here. Just about have this field done. Yeah, it definitely doesn't take too long to cultivate a field here with this Challenger and the large cultivator. And just a reminder again, for anybody that would be interested in their own dedicated Farming Simulator 17 server, a link is in the description below. This server is being powered and sponsored by Nitrato. They offer Farming Simulator 17 servers. And so far, I'd have to say, been pretty happy with the overall performance of this server. Haven't really had too many issues at all with it. The issues we've had mainly have been related to conveyor belts and other minor bugs here in Farming Simulator. Oh, got a little narrow piece on this yet. The large seeder we have doesn't do no-till, so we do have to cultivate here. I don't know if the other smaller seeder we have will or not, but the large Amazon Condor seeder apparently doesn't do no-till, so we still have to cultivate the fields. It's quite the flexing going on there, and the cultivator, not sure why it's doing that. Okay, then we'll head over to, I'd like to say 25. I have to double check the map or look at it when we get over there. 23 needs to be plowed. So, okay, 25 needs to be probably cultivated. Looks like 28 needs to be plowed as well. And then, yeah, all the fields do need to be, 15 and 20. Do they need to be cultivated? Yes, looks like they do. Might as well do those two while we're up on this neck of the woods here. And we'll just shift that GPS course over just a little bit there. Oh, it doesn't like the GPS line there. That is one issue with these tracked tractors like this. Sometimes it doesn't like the GPS when it tries to line up with it. There we go. The field Python texture here, this is from the pre-order and direct order from Farming Simulator. I know depending on where you pre-ordered or directly ordered your copy of Farming Simulator, you got different skins with the tractors, I believe. So, don't rightly recall where the field Python one comes from, but and speaking of skins, let's just take a look here. I know there's like a couple different ones. So yeah, in this game we have the field Python and the field Anaconda. Looks like just the two on here. I know single player, I think I've got actually a couple more. And then, yes, we do have a couple John Deere mods. Looks like we need to increase the price of the 8530. That's a mite cheap. Probably have to stick a 2 or a 3 in front of that tractor. Yeah, it's definitely a cool tractor here using the Challenger. And like I said, this is the larger Challenger, by the way. I believe it is fully upgraded. I don't think you can get a larger engine in it. Pretty sure this has the largest engine. Like 600 some horsepower, I'd like to say. Now that I say that, I need to check that. What is, let's see, the MT800 select. Yes, 875, and that has 646 horsepower. So just a little bit of horsepower here. Like I say, doesn't seem to have any issues pulling this cultivator. And just a reminder as well, if you would like to join us on the multiplayer server, information is in the description of this video below. So make sure you check the video description there. That's where the information is. We have a TeamSpeak server as well, and at the moment to join the multiplayer servers, you will have to get on TeamSpeak to get the password to join the servers. And then also the mod downloads are in the information below as well. There are 2 download links. The first download link should download all the mods needed to join the server. Just make sure you extract that download when you download it, as it will download all the mods in one zip. You'd make sure you extract them and put them in your mod folder. And then the second download link will take you to the server download page where you can download the mods individually, or there is a link to download them all from there as well. I think we had most of the trees on the around the fields here cleared up at one time. When we reset the map here, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the trees came back, or actually all the trees came back, I should say. What are the fields going to be planted with? Haven't gotten that far as to what we're going to plant on. I'm just getting them cultivated up here at the moment. I think the most of the fields on this half of the map here need to be replanted. And so far, I believe this is the largest tractor we have on the multiplayer server, by the way, for those of you wondering. Don't believe we have the larger... Well, I don't know if it's really larger, but we don't have the wheeled Challenger tractor yet. The articulated wheeled tractor. Actually, I'm curious. Does that one actually have more horsepower? So if we go with the MT900, how much horsepower we can get on this one? Okay, it's still the same, 646 horsepower. It's kind of what I thought it was. Thought it was the same horsepower as this here tractor. It looks like... Oh yeah, this is the field that needed to be plowed, though, didn't it? I was going to say we could cultivate this field as well, but we need to plow that one. Actually, we might do that. Maybe we'll do that once we're done cultivating here. Unless someone's already has it, maybe. There we go, just getting lined up with a GPS. Like I said, sometimes getting these particular type of tractors lined up with a GPS isn't easy. Gotta have it fairly close, otherwise it's going to start doing some really strange turns and just get further and further out of alignment. Okay, we're back and joined by Harvard. And I just happen to notice as well my sound has disappeared again. For those of you wondering, when you join a multiplayer server, every now and then, it's definitely a bug in the game here somewhere they haven't fixed yet. But the sound will go quiet. There's no sound in the game at the moment. So if we fix that... Oh, I think I went past it somewhere. Oh, where's the options? There we go. Not sure why it was down at 20%. I must have turned it down and forgot to turn it back up. Well, there we go. Now we got sound here again. And like I said, that just seems to happen. Every now and then when somebody syncs and joins the server, the sound goes away. I think it's like every other person that joins, it seems like. So you have a person that joins, your sound will go away. And then the next person that joins, your sound will come back again. And then when someone else joins, it will go away again. So really annoying. They haven't fixed that issue yet, apparently. Yeah, there's definitely a few bugs here in the game they haven't fixed yet. Namely the conveyor belts. Conveyor belts still will crash the multiplayer server. I know I had a lot of questions there about that. Why we were not using conveyor belts to sell silage. Well, it's because the conveyor belts will cause the server to crash. And believe it or not, folks, it's actually quicker to sell it with the front loader. Even if you just have one person running a front loader, it's actually quicker to sell it with a front loader than the conveyor belts. Might be a little more work in some ways, but it's actually quicker. And then, of course, when you top it off, you know, if the server's crashing, that's obviously no fun either. So, okay, looks like we have the plow here, I think. Or is that not the plow back in here? Not sure if that's the plow or the cultivator. Looking up at the list here. I don't know if somebody else is using it. Oh, yeah. Looks like Dan has it. Okay, so someone else does have the plow. Basically, they look identical. Those horse cultivator and plow. It's a modded plow. For those of you who have not seen it. Oh, you know what? I should look under the plow category, shouldn't I? Under the plow category, we have the Tiger 10. And this is just simply a plow. And then, of course, under the cultivators... There it is again. So same thing, just it plows instead of cultivates. So we'll leave that field be then, and we'll head over to, was this 25? And if we can get this field done quick enough, we might start doing a little planting here. Like I said, shouldn't take us too long to cultivate this field, I don't think. And we are slowly working on picking up quite a few fields here on the map. We own 23, 25, and 28 now, kind of that 3-field section. And then we own quite a few fields along the edge there. Probably the next choice is probably going to be like field 27 or 13 over on the biogas plant side of the map. Anyway, we'll read a couple comments here. John was saying, great video. Shows I need a little more practice with loading bales. And wish you didn't have to stop all the time when making round bales. That is true. That's the one thing with a round baler. You always have to stop and unload the round bale all the time. That's one advantage over large square bales. You can just keep on driving. You don't have to sit here stopping to unload all the time. John was saying, great video. Multiplayer's great when everybody works together. And great job to the overload driver. He kept on top of it. Yes, I believe I think that was DJ that was running the overloader then. That episode, if I remember correctly. That was the last episode there on the multiplayer server here. And yes, for anybody that's never played multiplayer before, when you get everybody working on the fields together, it is definitely quite a bit of fun. Yeah, especially for some of the tasks like harvesting, or if you have a couple people harvesting and you have a person or two, running a grain cart and trailers and stuff like that, it gets to be quite a fun. Also, for example, like chaffing corn, or even grass for that matter, or other crops. Gets to be quite a bit of fun doing that as well. Get one person running a chopper and a couple people running carts. Ralph Tron was asking, can my phone get this game? Farming Simulator 16 is the mobile version of Farming Simulator. And I would imagine they'll probably be coming out with Farming Simulator 18 here probably, I don't know when at some point, but Farming Simulator 18, I'm guessing, will probably be another mobile version of Farming Simulator. At least if they continue their current way they do their Farming Simulator games. The odd years are PC and consoles, and then the even years, so 16, 18, are the mobile versions of Farming Simulator. Keegan was saying, after planting grass, use the weeders. Which I should add fertilizer, by the way, for those of you wonder what the purpose of the weeder is. Mathos was saying, someone said, don't use GPS. Well, I'm here in Michigan. Nice one being from Michigan. I am as well. I am from Michigan as well. And they do everything in real life here with GPS. Planting, working ground, harvesting, everything. It's a real thing that gets used a lot. That is true, folks. The GPS. Now, obviously, implementation of the GPS in real life isn't quite, the red and green lines on the field like you see here. But still, GPS is definitely a very real thing. Even the auto steer part of GPS is definitely a very real thing. So maybe for those of you who say it's not realistic or you don't like it, well, it is, like I said, it is a real thing. And like Mathos was saying as well, it's real, so. Delcom was saying the damage mod also increases your daily upkeep of vehicles. That's a good point. I had forgotten about that. So yeah, for those of you who have not played Farming Simulator 17, you definitely have a little bit steeper vehicle costs now. And yes, if you damage your vehicles, it will, obviously cost you more. And that, by the way, you can see on the vehicle screen here. Now, I'm not entirely sure myself how you read everything on the screen. I really haven't figured that out. Like this 108 days, is that how old the vehicle is? I take it. And to my knowledge, this is the vehicle maintenance cost right here. So you can see like the roast lamage. That's the combine, by the way. That's costing us $3,468. I think that's daily cost, I'd like to say. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's daily cost. So every in-game day, it'll cost us $3,468. And then our sale price is only a measly $22,000. If I'm reading that right anyway. So yeah, that's not a very good resale price on that combine. Oh, let's see if we can find something else here. Like maybe even this tractor might be. Oh, there's a Massey Ferguson. That's costing us $1,793. Now, the one thing, like I was saying, folks, I don't quite understand like why some numbers are red and some numbers are white. That's the one part I don't quite understand. Oh, there's the Terra variant, 70,000. Let's see, what else do we got here? We got a Fendt. That's the Fendt combine there, by the way. Okay, so if I'm reading that right, this will resell for 193,000. I don't know. You might get better price if you bring it to the shop. I'm not sure, like I said, how that works exactly. And then it's costing us $2,438 a day. So we definitely, it'd be nice if they had like an actual total down here. That'd be pretty cool. Just seeing how much it's costing us per in-game day here in Farming Simulator for all our vehicles. Because obviously we have quite a few here on multiplayer. Lynn, was asking, can you load a round bale trailer with a loader tractor? Well, if you watched my high-speed video, that is exactly what I actually did, is I used the loader tractor. Actually, the Fendt Vario 724. I think it's a 724 I have in single player there. We use that to load up the Marshall round bale trailer. That Marshall bale trailer, by the way, is definitely quite a tippy trailer, I've noticed. I actually did manage to tip it over there, hauling the bales back to the farm. I forget where I tipped it over at again, but it actually did tip over on me. So I had to get the Fendt there and tip it back over. Actually, it wasn't too bad to tip back over. Just took the forks and tipped it back over, so it wasn't too bad. Philip was saying the Challengers are a nice piece of equipment. Yes, they are. Definitely getting a little dark in the game here. Oh, we're going to get to the crazy turning nonsense here again. It can straighten out. Now, that's one thing here in Farming Simulator 17 I haven't really noticed quite as much is lag causing issues with the GPS. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or not. Now, I am running a pretty good ping here at the moment, about 30 milliseconds. Looks like about 25 to 35. So that, of course, always makes a difference. But yeah, I have not noticed any issues with GPS. I know back in Farming Simulator 15, if your ping was too high, you'd have to slow your tractor down with the GPS. Otherwise, auto steer couldn't keep up, and you'd really start going crazy fast. We're just going to speed up time here a moment. Get back towards the daytime hours. Carmen saying Massey Ferguson makes tethers. True, I don't think there's any other. This is what I was trying to get at there last episode. I don't think there's any other Massey Ferguson equipment in the game other than the tractors and the harvesters, which we can actually probably check that if we go over to brands here and Massey Ferguson. Let's see, where would Massey... there it is, Massey Ferguson. So yeah, that's what I thought, just the tractors and the combines in the game here. Oh, and it's actually really dark here in the server, isn't it? Like I was saying, we did have these trees removed from the edge of the field there at one time. Really need to probably go back through and do that again. Some of the trees, at least on the opposite end of the field here, have been removed. JD5055 was saying, hey, could you get the John Deere 8530? Actually, I already have the John Deere 8530. I've had it for a while now. I don't have it bought yet, obviously. But I've had it for a while, just, yeah, haven't gotten around to using it. Bill is asking, what mods do I have? Well, there is a mod list in the description of all my Farming Simulator 17 videos, at least there should be anyway. And if you check out the mod list, you'll find out what mods I have. And like I was mentioning there last episode, the list doesn't include all the mods, obviously, because some of the mods here come from the multiplayer server. So a few of those might not be on there. Blonde Lizard was asking, how long did it take to stack all those round bales? The 3-stack high trailer that you folks saw there, that took probably about 20-25 minutes, I think. And then the two 2-stack trailers, those probably took, I think the first one was like 18 minutes, and the second one was 22 minutes. I don't know why the second one took so much longer, but I think it was 18 minutes and 22 minutes, if I remember correctly. And the whole process, by the way, for those of you wondering, I think it was about an hour to round bale the field and then pick up both loads of bales. Jeffrey was saying, this is what I hate the most. I don't have patience for loading bales. In 15, I downloaded the PJ Gooseneck and started loading bales by hand. And then said, forget it. So I backed up the Ursus auto loader. And locked the load and fetched another load. And now I have the Fliego auto loading wagons. Makes them less stressful. Yes, it does. The auto loading wagons definitely make it nice and easy to load bales. Once you get a little practice with it, though, it is actually, at least in my opinion, quite a bit of fun to actually use the loader tractor and actually manually, hand load bales. Obviously, it's going to take a bit of time, but it is kind of fun to do that. Oh, the sun is starting to come up here. Oh, by the way, for those of you wondering, I think I mentioned this last episode or episode before. We had turned the traffic off on the multiplayer server here. One of those things just kind of gets in the way. Unfortunately, it seems like when you turn the traffic off, the traffic is still there. It just becomes invisible. So, for those of you wondering, yes, we do have the traffic turned back on here again. And that is the reason we have it turned back on. Because even if you have it turned off, it just becomes invisible then, and you still run into it, which is obviously, at least in my opinion, even more annoying than running into it, say, if you can see it. So that's why we actually have the traffic back on here again, at least as far as I know it's back on. Unless maybe they fixed it and we have it off here again, but we did have to turn it back on there again for a while because the traffic just became invisible. Milton was saying, good video. Loved it. Thank you very much for that. Skylar was also saying, really like your videos. Thank you very much for that. Tyler was asking, is the JCB a mod? No, the JCB loader is not a mod. That is an in-game loader. The weight on the back of the JCB, though, is a mod. And it's just basically a weight, folks. That's all it is a weight for the JCB loader. Okay, there we go. Got that field completed. And like I said, the other two fields looks like they need to be plowed here first. Oh, looks like our plowing person just showed up. We'll have to wait for him to get a little bit further done before we can start cultivating here, though. Oh, wait a minute, that's not... No, okay, we don't have the plowing person. Looks like Dan there with the Massey Ferguson still is on the plow yet. Not sure where he's working at. Anyway, folks, with that, I think we need to wrap up the video here. Just a reminder again, anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer servers is welcome to do so as long as you play nicely. And we do currently have 2 multiplayer servers. We have both Sosnovka here and Gold Crest Valley. So anyway, with that, folks, we'll wrap up the video. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching and until next time.